everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Thank you for joining me here today. Today is Monday at time of filming. I hope it goes up today, but I'm not 100% sure that it will. And I just have a finished object I wanted to show you before I have to give it to its new home. If you'll recall, I was making a baby blanket and I finished and I wanted to share it with you. So I want to thank you, like I said, for joining me here. Thanks to any of my new subscribers. Thanks again for returning again and again to all of my continuous old friends. And let's see what I made. So my cousin daughter is having a baby boy, and the shower is Saturday. And I decided, I went looking at Hobby Lobby for their dye-lot clearance yarn, which they didn't have any at the time. And I haven't been back. I know I kind of feel like I missed out, but it's better this way, you know. But when I was in there, I found some things, and I picked them up because, first of all, there was this, look at how adorable. I mean, I know I showed you before. Isn't he cute? So when I saw the elephant, I'm like, oh, I have to stop and see what's there. So I ended up buying, just really quick, in the grays, they had a hat and a swaddle blanket, and a matching bib set. Look at that, it has a little spoon on it. So I picked these little guys up and I said, oh, that would be cute to start a baby gift. And I bought a picture frame, the kind that you put, you know, the monthly update pictures in, and that's white. And then I decided I would make a blanket. I know I bought one. This is a swaddle, you know, like wrap them up tight. But then I wanted to just, hold please, yarn down. Okay, I'm back. But I wanted to make a warmer blanket. It's fall here. It's getting chilly. The days are in the 40s already. It shouldn't be this cold this early. But it's getting chillier and chillier. So the baby's going to need something warmer than just a swaddle. I mean, a swaddle is good for laying them down and then covering them up. So I wanted to make a cover-up blanket. And I had this yarn. It is called Red Heart Bunches of Hugs. And the color that I used is called Magical. And you can see it's a 10-ounce skein. And here's all the stuff. 600, does that say, or 800? I'm reading it backwards, so I don't know. 800 some yards in a skein. I used a skein and this much. So as you can see, it's gray and white and blue. So it matches the gray and white and then incorporates blue for a baby boy. I was real excited about that, that I had this. 678 yards, that's what it is. And it is a 4-weight yarn. It's pretty soft. I used a 6mm hook because I like to use a 6mm hook pretty much with everything that I do. So I'm, oh, oops, rattles are falling. Hear it? It does rattle. It was noisier a second ago. Anyway, it doesn't have safety eyes. They're sewn on, so I'm real happy about that. Anyway, let me back up and show you the blanket. I hope you can see it because I can't see what you can see since I'm behind it. Now, I like the blanket. It's just a general granny square. What I don't like is these big patches of white throughout. There is a big patch of gray too somewhere. Not a real big patch, but these big patches of white, I'm not real thrilled about how that turned out. I liked it really well when it was small and doing this like checkerboard thing. I thought that was really cool. But then it started getting these patches of white. I think it might be because I turned the blanket. Every time I came back to the join, I turned. In hindsight, and I was turning in the middle of a row. I don't know how that ever worked out, but it did. In hindsight, I probably should have figured it out that I would do that half double crochet join in the corner, and then I could start and just keep going round and round. But if you turn your work, you don't get a back and a front. So I kind of like that. But I should have worked it to a corner and then did that half double crochet join, because then it puts you back in the center and you can easily do your, 3 double crochet and work on. and then come back and do 3 double crochet and half double crochet, join back together again, and then you're in the middle. So why was I joining in the center? I don't know. But I think I was joining in the center of the blanket. I don't know how that worked out, because I never like switched it, slip stitched over. You know what I mean? I just met up and then turned. But anyway, I think it looks fine. I have a gray, this very same gray. It's a coordinating color, matches. They did that with the bunches of hugs in several colors. They had coordinating colors, coordinating blue to go with like the white, the blue, and the gray. And you could do whatever. And so I have the coordinating gray. And I thought, oh, maybe I should do a border. I looked at some tutorials, and the one specifically I looked at said that you should make your baby blanket 30 inches wide. Okay, 30 inches across. But then my Zoom sisters all said, oh, no, that's way too small. You got to go bigger, you know, anywhere between 32 and 36 inches. Well, this is 36 inches. And I showed you how much yarn I used. And I can call it done. Would it look better if I added that gray border? It might. It probably would. I think I would like it as a more finished look to it. I'm on a real time schedule. I have a lot of stuff going on. If I have time, if I get caught up with my other stuff and I have time, and I'm working full 40 hours this week, at least I'm scheduled 40 hours. We'll see how many I actually work. And we have things to do with Roy having a surgery next week. So I'm chinsing out on the time thing. It's square. It doesn't have wonky edges. It looks good. So I'm not putting a border on it. I'm chinsing out on it. I'm sorry. Don't judge. It is what it is. If I have time between now and Saturday at game time or party time, baby shower time, I will maybe put just a double crochet border all the way around, or maybe even just 2 rows of solid gray would look really nice in the granny stitch. I don't know, but I might. Chances are not, though. I mean, I'm being real here. I just am running out of time for it, so I'm gonna chintz out on it because I can get away with it. Let me just put this back. And I don't think, if you crochet, you're going to say, oh, she chinsed out on that. If you don't crochet, you're going to say, oh, look, she made a really nice blanket. So I'm going to go with the, oh, look, she made a really nice blanket, because probably nobody else knows how to crochet. I know nobody else in my family knows how to crochet, so nobody will know that I chinsed out on the blanket. They'll be like, oh, you did such a great job. And I'll be, oh, thank you so much. You know how that goes, right? So that's... and if I have time to crochet another thing for the shower, I was just going to go buy clothes, you know, baby stuff. And I thought, you know, I think the only one in the family that crochets. And it would be nice to make a blanket for the baby. And I know my cousin will be thrilled. And I think her daughter would be thrilled as well. Who is also my cousin, but she's like my daughter's age. And I'm closer with my own cousin than her daughter. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think they would appreciate the handmade blanket more than just clothes. So I decided, you know, I said, you make the time and make the blanket. If I have time for more crochet for that shower, if I could squeeze it in more, I would want to make it a little stuffed animal. And I have little, that chenille like this. This is the Leggy Froggy by JoJo. Or Leggy Spider that Joe made from Joe's Web. I will link her in her pattern in the description box. But I would not make these eyes, but I would prefer in a leggy thing, and the baby could hold on to that, you know. So like the Leggy Froggy, and she did a Leggy Frog. Joe did a Leggy Froggy as well. You can make that in no time. And I have gray, so it would match. But I already have an elephant, you know, teether. But the leggy thing might be nice because they could hold on to it. I don't know about chewing on this yarn, though. So, if they got it in their mouth or in their hand, if you got it in his hand, he's going to get it in his mouth. You know how babies are. But I would really love to crochet a little tiny stuffed animal for a little tiny baby. So if there's going to be more crochet going on, that's my point. It's going to be a baby-sized toy. And before I would want to do that before I would want to put a border on that blanket, because I think it looks fine just the way it is. And that's how they're going to get it. And I have a finished object, and I have another ball band to add to the total of yarn that I've crocheted with, used up, completely gone this year, which is not nearly what it was last year. Oh my gosh, my number of finished projects is not nearly what it was last year. I feel like a slacker, but I am always busy. You know, I'm working like lots of part-time jobs, so you do what you gotta do, right? Anyway, that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting with me for a little bit. Hopefully I'm going to come back and do another video here in a few minutes. I have more to talk about. But if you don't catch me, well, I guess what I want to say is catch me and myself and Nancy on Tuesday at 8 o'clock for Tuesday Night Live. That will be on my channel this week. Nancy's channel will be, I think, the next 2 weeks, but mine will be this coming up week, tomorrow, or today, or yesterday, depending on when you watch this video. And then Wednesdays we do the Boggy Creek blankets on Billy the Crafty Floridian's channel. And Thursday is Luck of the Draw. Jaxie from Creations by Jax and myself are hosting it this time for Luck of the Draw hashtag Boggy Creek edition. And we're doing that for Nan while she's still recuperating, and so we appreciate so much that she's letting us use Luck of the Draw for Boggy Creek blankets. Very exciting and fun. And so there'll be more in other videos on those projects, but just that's what's coming up this week. Like I said, I will be recording another video here in a minute. I don't know when it's going to come out, but it's going to kind of go into detail on the other crochet alongs that I'm working on. So that's what I have for you right now. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, all of the things, the thummies, the everything. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video or Tuesday Night Live. See you. Bye.